Hey everyone, it's Nicole Jackson here from theprojectdesigner.com. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about a very popular topic. Should I hire interns? So this is a question that I have gotten from clients. It's a question that I've received in some of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of. So I really want to spend a little time giving you some tips on how to make sure you're making the right selection if you do want to hire an intern, and then also how to train and manage them properly. So there is some hesitation around whether or not to hire interns. I've heard before that small business owners, they want to have the help, they want to be able to mentor, but there's only so many hours in the day and they already have a lot on their plate, myself included. So, you want the help, but you also don't want to feel overwhelmed or stressed out about it. So here are some quick tips. If you decide that you do want to hire an intern, or maybe people have been contacting you about wanting to be your intern, which is great that they've reached out, what I recommend doing is having them fill out an application. Now, this will probably take you about 15 to 20 minutes to pull together. You can just mark out a chunk of time in your calendar and include questions that ask how they would handle certain situations depending on whatever the job situation or the job description is. So if it's for social media, maybe have them look over your site and look over your social media channels and have them recommend 10 posts for your Facebook group. This will show you a few things. The first thing it will show is that they actually took the time to do some research and to provide recommendations. The second thing it will do is see if they really understand what it is that you're doing. You want somebody on your team they don't have to know everything. Part of it is that they're learning. That's why it's an internship relationship. But you want to make sure that they have a general knowledge of, let's say, social media and also what your business is. Now, the next step that can take some time once you've just actually brought on an intern is training. So what I recommend for not only interns, but also for employees that you may hire down the road is to start creating some training videos. It's super easy. You can put them on Vimeo, so they're private, and then you can go through each of maybe the different tools that you use where you might have to walk people through what buttons to use, whether it's a project management tool like Asana, or maybe it's a social media automation program like Edgar. So what I would recommend is ScreenFlow. That's the program that I use. I know that there's probably a few others out there, but it can record your face through the camera, but it will also record your screen. So you don't even need to show your face if you don't want to. But that way, as you're going through and clicking on different buttons, you can be almost like you're talking to the person. You can be explaining, okay, in order to create a new post or a new category in Edgar, this is where you go to, this is what you fill out. You could also do this maybe with some of your branding to show what images you use, what colors you use, how to use PicMonkey if that's something that you use to create your images. And then that way it's there. And usually internships are short term. So once you maybe end that relationship and then hire another intern, you can use the same video. So I really highly recommend training videos. I think they're great. You can create a library and it's done. The third tip I would say for managing your intern is to make sure that you schedule dedicated days and times for check-ins. So this could be, depending on their involvement in your business, it could be once every 2 weeks, it could be once a week, it could be daily if they're that involved in what you're doing. Maybe it's for a certain project like a launch. And I would set a specific time to check in with them. Maybe get a conference bridge together like Uber Conference. It's they have a free option. And then that way the intern knows, okay, I have all of these questions, but I'm going to wait to ask until our next meeting as opposed to sending you 10 emails because she's not, or he or she is not sure when you're going to be able to check in with them again. So those are 3 tips that I recommend. So application, training videos, and managing, having check-ins. If you have any other questions, head over to my Facebook group. I'll post a link at the bottom of this video. It's the Project Designer Club, and you can ask a question, and I would be happy to record another video for you. So that's it for now. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me.